Guys, this is Furkan here and welcome to my third tutorial on Introduction to Programming. The first thing we will learn in this tutorial is we discuss some high-level languages with their purposes. So these are some high-level languages, some famous languages. First language is basic language. This language is used as a teaching tool for students to teach them about the concepts of programming, fundamental concepts of programming, the concepts of programming. Second language is C. This language is used to design and develop different system softwares like operating system. The common operating system which is developed by C is Unix, Windows, and Macintosh operating systems. It is also used as an instructional teaching tool after basic language. So basic language is used to teach fundamental concepts for programming, and C language is used to teach advanced concepts of programming. Third language is C++. This language is used to develop simulations like computer games and many other simulations. Uh, this language is also used for compiler writing. The fourth language is Java. It is used in network programming. A version of Java like JavaScript is used in website development. Java is also used in to design a good GUI, graphical user interface. So the next thing which we discuss is source code versus object code. So what is a source code? The program written in any high level language. Uh, in any high level language and assembly language as well, as it is written in a human readable form in a high level language, so it is not directly understandable by the computer, and it is written by programmers. It is input for language translator. What is language translator? We will discuss it later. What is object code? The program written in machine language only, like it is written in machine language, so it is directly understandable by the computer. It is generated by a language translator. It is output of language translator. So, what is the difference between source code and object code? The source code is the program or the code which we understand, and the object code is the program or the code which machine understand. Because object code is written in machine language and source code is written in any high level language. So, how computer understand program written by programmers? Because computer understand machine language only, and we write the program in high level language. So I will explain it by an example. Let I understand English language and you understand Chinese or any other language. Then how will you understand what I am saying, or how I will understand what you are saying? What we can do, we need a person which knows both of the languages, that is English as well as the language which you understand. So the person will translate my speech to your language and describe it to you, and same when you have to talk, the person again translate it in my language and explain me how what you are saying. So the answer is computer use a translator to convert source code into the object code. Source code is human readable form and the object code is machine readable form. So what computer do is computer use a translator tool, a translator program which converts or translate the source code into the object code or machine code. So these are the programs which convert source code into the object code. Like if we have a C++ program source code, so what the translator is doing is just translating the source code into the object code into the binary form. So there are three types of language translators. Assembler and deassembler is one of them, compiler and interpreter. What are assembler and deassembler? Assembler is a program which converts assembly code, means source code, into the object code or the machine code. And deassembler is a program which convert object code back into the assembly code object code. So these programs used in assembly language, if I write a program in assembly language, then computer will convert the assembly language program into the object code by using assembler program. and when I want output from the computer, the computer will convert the object code back into the assembly code so that we can understand it. So what is a compiler? Compiler is also a language translator, but instead of translating assembly language only, it converts source code into the object code, and the whole program is translated at the same time. The source code, the languages which is translated by the compiler may be in any high level language. Compiler can translate any high level language, any of the languages into the machine code, into the object code, but it translates the whole program at the same time. If source code or the program which we have written have errors in it, then compiler will convert it into the object code. The compiler will stop working until all the errors are removed. So as it converts program as a whole, so it is faster. So what is interpreter? Interpreter is a program which converts source code into the object code line by line. Like if I have written a program and I am computer is using interpreter as a translator, so what will interpreter do? It took a first line and then decide what that line means, then translate it, and then the computer execute it. So it works statement by statement or line by line. So if a program statement contain error, it will stop its execution and wait till the error is removed. So as it converts program line by line, so it is very slower as compared to compiler. So this is it for the third tutorial. What we have learned so far is uses of some high level languages. These include basic language, C language, C++ language, Java language. How computer understand high level language program, that computer use a language translator, one of the assembler, compiler, interpreter. Assembler is a program which translates assembly language program into the machine code. Compiler can convert any of the high level language into the machine code, as well as interpreter can also convert any of the high level language into the machine code. But compiler works as a whole program and interpreter works line by line. So this is it for the third tutorial, and this is our last tutorial on introduction to programming. Uh, Furthermore, I will give you the videos of basic language. So stay tuned and don't forget to subscribe me.